Welcome here to game one of this three-game series. My name is Harold, and we are set for game one of this three-game set between the San Francisco Giants and Chicago Cubs. The Cubs coming off of a sweep of the Los Angeles Angels, and we are excited for game one of this series. For the Cubs, currently 5.5 back of Milwaukee. Milwaukee is currently winning right now over the Diamondbacks. So if the Brewers do win, the Cubs would win, they would stay at 5.5 back of Milwaukee for now. But let's take a look at some lineups before we get set for first pitch here in a couple minutes. First for the Cubs, first through third hitters, Michael Busch is leading it off, playing first base. Kyle Tucker hitting second, playing right field. And Seiya Suzuki DHing, hitting third. Pete Armstrong hitting fourth, and the cleanup hitter playing center field. Carson Kelly hitting fifth, playing catcher. Ian Happ hitting sixth, playing left. Diego Horner hitting seventh, playing second base. Dansby Swanson hitting eighth, playing the shortstop position. And Matt Shaw running out the final nine, playing third base. For the Giants now, leading off and playing left field is Elliot Ramos. Hitting second, playing first base is Rafael Devers. Hitting third, the power hitting shortstop Willy Adames. Hitting fourth, the second baseman Casey Schmidt. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter for the Giants, Wilmer Flores. Hitting sixth, the platinum winner and elite defender Matt Chapman, playing third. Hitting seventh, playing right field, Luis Matos. Hitting eighth, the catcher Patrick Bailey. And hitting ninth and running out the Giants' final nine, Drew Gilbert playing center field. That is your starting lineups for the two teams. We are set for first pitch. We're about to be set for first pitch coming up here in just a moment. Cubs on top. Cubs 5.5 games back on a 3-game winning streak after sweeping the Angels, and are hoping to continue this West Coast road trip dominance. There 3-0 on the trip right now after sweeping the Angels, and we're going to be facing a sure Hall of Famer, but a man who's been struggling. That's what we did not go over. The pitchers today. Justin Verlander is starting for the San Francisco Giants, a 1-10 record in ERA, up in the mid-4s. And Matthew Boyd getting the ball on the other side for the Cubs. Verlander, this is going to be his 549th career start and only his 5th against the Cubs. The Giants are 5-17 in his starts this year. He's 1-10 on the season. And the opponent's batting average is hitting .431 on the first pitch. That's faced from 51 first pitches this season. 22 of those first pitches have been hits. So it's been a pretty difficult stretch for Justin, and another season for him, as the Giants are playing in their alternate uniform. Is Verlander, the 42-year-old, getting set for first pitch? So are we. Cubs and Giants, game one of this 3-game set. Busch will step in. We are ready for first pitch. Verlander gets the call. First pitch is a fastball at high towards right center field. Gilbert is under it. He will make the catch for the first down. So first pitch fly out for Michael Busch in right center field. This is a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. Very difficult to get hits in. However, if you are able to get a ball out into the right center field gap, that's definitely a chance at a triple opportunity. As here comes the man of the hour, Kyle Tucker. When we were covering the Angels series, he had 3 home runs in that series. When we covered him, there's a first pitch fastball to play for ball 1. With the Angels 5 for 12. 3 of those 5 hits were home runs. Drove in 7 and was on the base and had a double and was on base 7 times. So he had a really good series against the Angels. As the 1-0 was an off-speed pitch pulled on the ground, foul. It's 1-1. Cubs come in at 76 and 55. Again, 5.5 back of the Brewers, who are currently winning over the Diamondbacks right now. It's 1-1 on Tucker. Here's the pitch. That's thrown in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Tucker. For the Giants, I'm trying to pull this up here. The Giants are. Here's the 2-1. There's a swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Verlander. The Giants are 11.5 back of the Dodgers right now. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the change of a good pitch from Verlander. That's out number 2. So 2 outs for Verlander. A fly out and a strikeout. Verlander just crossed 3,500 career strikeouts. Good for 9th all time. He's a 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He's also an MVP in 2011 with the Tigers, and he's a 9-time All-Star. He's won 2 World Series with Houston. He's currently one of 6 pitchers with at least 3 no-hitters. So here's the first pitch to Suzuki. Get me over off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Looks like a slider. And this is now, with that strikeout, he now has 100 strikeouts this season, and that's now 17 seasons with him with 100-plus strikeouts. That's 14th most in MLB history. Here's the 0-1 to Suzuki. Swing and a miss, another good off-speed pitch, 0-2 now. Verlander's trying to get more wins in his career, trying to get closer to that big milestone number. 300 wins. Verlander, 1 on the pitch clock, comes sent the 0-2. A hair low, that's ball 1. 1-2 now on Suzuki. Evan Moscoso is our home plate umpire tonight. In a always cool evening in San Francisco. The 1-2. Line drive center field. That's going to get over the head of Schmidt. And a base hit for Seiya Suzuki. And the Cubs has some 2 out rally potential here. I'm going to go PCA. Another off speed, and Seiya just goes down and hits it off the end of the bat, gets it over Schmidt's head, and a good start for Suzuki and for the Cubs, getting their first hit in the first inning. Two outs, PCA will step in. 28 home runs on the year. Hit 1 in Anaheim. There's a backdoor off-speed pitch, gets in the corner for strike 1. And once again, welcome to Shy Sports Live. Here, as Verlander will come set the 0-1. That's high, 1-1. We cover as many sports games as we can. Audio broadcast only. It's 1-1 on PCA. So here's the 1-1. That's also high. It's 2-1 on Pete. Couple fastballs missing up. As Verlander's going to ask for a new baseball. This is definitely a great ballpark for Pete to not only show off his speed and defensive skills, but if he can get one towards the gap, Seiya, as Verlander tries a pickoff to Seiya, he's back in time. This is a good ballpark to try and get one into the right center field gap into that triples alley out there. And with Pete's speed, it could be inside the park alley for him. The 2-1. In on the hands, he fouls it off. 2-2 now on Pete. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the first, just getting on their way. For Verlander, He faced the Cubs. His very first time facing the Cubs was on June 17, 2006. He went struck out 4, gave up only 1 run, and here's the 2-2. Line drive towards right field. That's also going to be a base hit. Suzuki will make the turn. He'll head to third. Pete will stay at second. That's going to be a back-to-back 2-out singles. The Cubs have some business going here against Justin Verlander in the first. That was a fastball that just tailed over the middle of the plate. Pete lines it and he continues getting some good card contact, just getting that past the glove of Rafi Devers over at first. The Cubs have runners on the corners now for Carson Kelly. So Justin got the first 2 batters out quickly, but it's been a bit of a battle now. Here's Carson Kelly. First pitch, give me over curve. That's a strike, 0-1. 16 pitches for Verlander in the first. See if Kelly gets a good pitch here. Fastball long, pops it up right side. Matos is going to come in. It's going to be foul. It's going to be 0-2 on Kelly now, as Matos could not corral that pop fly. So 0-2, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Top of the first here in San Francisco. Scoreless. Cubs trying to take game 1 of this 3-game set here in San Francisco. Pretty beautiful city. Kelly at the batter's box now. The 0-2. In the dirt, no offer. Pete's going to steal second. It's 31 stolen bases now for Pete. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. That was a curve in the dirt. No, I don't even think they were going to even throw down, even if it was a fastball. He got a good jump. That just leaves 2 men in score position now. It's almost another wild pitch. Bailey's able to corral that one, though. It's 1-2, or 2-2 on Kelly. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, top of the first. This will be pitch number 20 for Verlander. 8:55 Chicago time, 6:55 Pacific time. The 2-2. Called strike 3. That looked off the plate, but Moscoso gives Verlander the call. Cubs strand the couple in scoring position to the bottom for the first we go. Scoreless in San Francisco. Welcome back here to the bottom of the first here in San Francisco. Cubs stranded 2 runners runners in scoring position in the top half of the inning on a fastball from Boyd that looked a good inch off the plate, but Moscoso gave him the call. So, Cubs did not score. Leading off for the Giants is going to be Elliot Ramos, the left fielder, against Matthew Boyd, continuing to try and have a really good season. First pitch from Matthew. It's a fastball up and away for ball one. 25 starts this season for Matthew, and he's thrown his most innings pitched since 2019, 148. That's off the plate as well, 2-0. His ERA in both wins and non-wins is really good, but his ERA in wins is under 2. This is also his first career game here in San Francisco Bulls, so we'll see if that has any effect. That's those 3 straight balls delivered from Boyd to start this game. Pretty non-competitive pitches too. Here's the 3-0. That's high, and a 4-pitch walk to start the game for Boyd. All 4 pitches missing up, away, and down. Similar to how this game started. The game in Milwaukee started a few weeks ago when the Cubs were really slumping. Here's Devers. First pitch to him. Fastball outside corner. That's a strike. So Boyd finally delivers. Took him 5 pitches, but he gets it. 0-1 count on Boyd. The pitch. That's over the slider. 1-1 now. Devers hitting .252 on the season. Former Red Sox. Ramos getting about an average lead. The 1-1. Hard egg ground ball. Bahorner's going to grab it. He'll flip to second. Swanson to turn. They do it. 4-6-3 double play, and that's 2 outs after the 4-pitch walk to start off the game. For Devers, it looked like he was just nonchalantly running to first. Ball was hit hard, 102.7 off the bat, but it was hit straight into the ground. And that's out. That's 2 outs now for Boyd. I'm going to Willy Adames. First pitch in, fastball outside corner is a strike. So you go from a first pitch or 4-pitch walk to 3 straight strikes now. The 0-1, and that's swinging to miss 0-2 now. Good pitch there for Matthew. A couple inches inside on the fastball. Got Adames chasing one. So 4 straight strikes for Matthew after 4 straight balls. Here's the 0-2. Popped out of play. Still 0-2. Boyd will come set. And the 0-2. That's up. 1-2 now on Adames. Cubs looking for win number 77 on the season. 1-2. Good pitch right over the middle of the plate. Strike 3. Well, a leadoff walk, but nothing happens after that. A double play and a strikeout. To the second we go. Scoreless in San Francisco. Welcome back here to the top of the second inning in San Francisco. Scoreless. Both pitchers having a good start to this game. Boyd with 1 strikeout, Verlander with 2 strikeouts. Although Verlander's second strikeout should have been a ball. There's a first pitch called strike to Ian Happ on the 21st pitch of the game for Verlander. 16 home runs, 56 RBIs for Happ, 2.26 batting average clip. Here's the 0-1. That's well inside with the fastball, pulled it inside. It's 1-1 now on Happ. It's currently 8-5 in Milwaukee as the Diamondbacks are trying to climb back into that game. It was 8-3, the 1-1. High pop fly, left side, out of play, 1-2 on Happ. Cubs trying to continue their undefeated West Coast road trip. Again, sweeping the Angels. And the first and third game was pretty close, but the second game was a blowout. The 1-2 to Happ, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is out number 1. 3 strikeouts for Verlander to the first 6 batters. He's going to have 2 singles. Nothing else. I'll bring up Nico Hoerner. Four home runs for Nico and 291 batting average clip though. He's the first pitch. High fly ball, right center field, hit well. Gilbert's going to go after it, and the gap, he's going to make the catch though for the second out. So 2 outs for Verlander and the Cubs. Then we got Swanson, the 8-hole hitter for Chicago. That was a fastball, pretty much middle from Justin, and Nico doesn't have the pop really, especially in this cold weather, to crush that ball to center. So Justin just gave it to him and he hit it, but he hit it right at someone. Here's the first pitch to Swanson. Check this swing, no appeal. That was a slider missing low for ball 1. 26 pitches for Justin in this game now. Retired 5 of 7 hitters so far. That's low. It's ball 2. 3 of those 5 being strikeouts. Trying to retire the first 6 of 8 here in this outing. 3 on the pitch clock. And the 2-0. Up and in, and it's 3-0 now on Swanson. Matt Shaw on deck. Cubs trying to get some runs. Did really well against Los Angeles to score runs. There's a give me over fastball for a strike. Hit the Professor really well. That's Kyle Hendricks. Hit Medeiros well. Hit Tyler Anderson well. Here's a 3-1. High pop fly in the infield towards first base side. Schmidt will call off Devers and make the catch for the 3rd out. 1-2 second for Verlander Woods at the bottom half of this inning in San Francisco. Scoreless in game 1 of this 3-game set. Bottom second here in Oracle Park in San Francisco. Cubs and Giants knotted at 0. Both pitchers having pretty good starts. First pitch to Schmidt from Boyd is a foul ball. Both pitchers with strikeouts. Verlander has 3. Boyd has 1. Ended the bottom of the first with a strikeout. Here's the 0-1. Another fastball, middle off, fouled off by Schmidt. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Schmidt. Pitch number 15 for Boyd is a slider rolled over foul. 3 straight foul balls to start this at bat. Schmidt hitting .244 on the season. Here is the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good changeup from Boyd. Strikeout number 2 of the game. And that's out number 1. Perfect pitch. Go fastball. 2 straight fastballs up, and you go slider low and in. Probably thinking you might get another fastball. He slows him out with a straight change for the first out. That was a good piece of pitching there from Matthew Boyd. Wilmer Flores, first pitch. High fly ball, hit well in left field. Happ on the track, he looks up, it's gone. Wilmer Flores hits a home run, his 14th of the season, and the Giants take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. There's a fastball in the inside corner. And he got his bat head out in front of it. And just like that, the Giants are on top 1-0 after a 380-foot projected distance bomb from Wilmer Flores. Absolutely crushed that on the line. 3 rows deep out there in the left field. The Cubs find themselves down 1-0 early as here's Matt Chapman. He also has some pop first pitch. Get me over curve, and that's a strike 0-1. Chapman has 16 home runs on the season, hitting .227 with a pretty good mustache. Here's the 0-1. Was with that changeup missing off the play at 1-1. Cubs never trailed in that series with the Angels. Here's the 1-1. I should be corrected, though, because they did trail in Game 3 for a little bit. But for those first 2.5 games or so, they never trailed. It's 2-1 now on Chapman. Here's the pitch. Inside, and it's straight and 1 now. Well, this is Boyd's first start here in Oracle. Here's the 3-1. Good changeup. They're going to check to first. They say he didn't go, so that's ball 4. So 2 walks issued for Boyd in this game now. 2 walks to 2 strikeouts. Boyd played with Detroit for a good chunk of his career. He's with the Cubs now. Here's Matos' first pitch. Change up right there for strike 1. Good pitch. 23 pitches now for Matthew. 7 homers, 16 RBIs, a 209 batting clip for Matos in only 44 games this season. Here's the 0-1. Outside corner, that's rolled the ball 1-1. 1-1 on Matos. 1 out. Matt Chapman on first base. 1-1. Fastball on the hands, fouled up and away. It's 1-2 now. 1 run in this game coming off of a Wilmer Flores line drive home run in this inning. A fastball in the inside corner. By the way, it's 8-6 now in Milwaukee. They're at the bottom of the 7th inning now. Diamondbacks got 3 runs in the top half of that 7th inning. The 1-2. High fly ball. It's hit well down the left field line. Happ might have a play. And he makes the catch against the screen. What a catch from Ian Happ. Chapman is tagging. There might be a conversation that the ball hit the netting. Bob Melvin's taking a look at it. And Melvin's going to ask for a challenge here, saying that the ball hit the netting. It was very, we didn't have a good angle on it here. It was very close. So they're gonna challenge. So Giants and Bob Melvin are challenging the catch in left field. Seeing if the ball hit the netting, getting a replay here right now, and it does look like it hit the netting just prior to Hap catching it on the first angle we got. That first angle looked like it might have hit the netting. Getting a full screen replay now. Did it hit the netting? Yeah, it looks like it does nick the netting. So if that does nick the netting, then it is going to be considered a foul ball. This is a big challenge, though, early in this game, because if they don't win it, then the Giants don't have any more challenges the rest of this game. So, in my opinion, that is a foul ball. And it is a foul ball. So, the call is overturned. San Francisco will retain their challenge. Bob Melvin has a little smiley smirk on his face. Counts can say 1-2 now on Matos. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Boyd taking his time to pitch. High fly ball. This ball is hit well towards the left center field gap. Pete makes the catch on the track for the second out. The throw is overthrown back into the infield. But Chapman will head back to first. So after the successful challenge, it's nearly a home run. Matos hitting now into the deepest part of the yard in the left field. If he pulls that further, that's a home run like Flores. With 2 outs on the ring of Patrick Bailey. There's another fastball. There's a two strike fastball right down the middle. Boyd's gonna pick off attempt at first. Chapman's back in time. So the challenge helps San Francisco. At the same time, though, Chapman did tag and go to second and then fly out the Hap. That's a nice backdoor curve to Bailey, first strike, 0-2 now. So if that was a unsuccessful challenge, San Francisco would have a runner on third now with 2 outs. The 0-1. Bailey fouls it off, 0-2 still. The ball's 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second here in San Francisco. 1-0 Giants. A solo home run by Wilmer Flores in this inning. A long first 2 innings here in San Francisco. Here's the 0-2. Going is Chapman. Spud pitches a ball. The throw to second is safe. That looked close. Cubs might want to take a look at that one. Warner tagged him and immediately started running off like they got him. Craig is not going to challenge, so that's going to be a stolen base for Matt Chapman. It was very close. It was an okay jump for Matt. It was very close. It's like bang, bang. Good, no challenge there. Here's the 1-2. Changeup just chopped the foul. That was a very good no challenge because that's most likely a stance unless you get a clear definitive view that his finger's not on the base. Thirty-one pitches for Boyd in this game now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Ran it up on him, getting a strikeout. However, a solo home run from Wilmer Flores breaks the deadlock score. It's 1-0 Giants to the third we go in Oracle. Welcome back here to Oracle Park in San Francisco. The Cubs trailing the Giants right now, 1-0, courtesy of a Wilmer Flores solo home run back in the bottom of the second inning. Current manager's career versus Verlander. Craig Counsell for the Cubs. He was 1 for 8 against Justin. There's a first pitch curveball to Matt Shaw, but maybe he could have a win against Justin. As a manager, here's the 0-1. High towering fly ball left field, but that's foul. Moscoso had to point Bailey to where that ball was. The one hit for Craig was a home run to right field. So it's 0-2 on Shaw. Here's the pitch. High changeup. Shaw chases it. He fouls it off. Still 0-2. Matt, the batting average hasn't been there. However, the power has been there at times. The biggest thing, though, for him is his defense has really been showing up big time for the youngster, which is what you'd love to see. Here's the 0-2. Chases a curve, slider, some sort of off-speed breaking pitch well off the plate for strike 3. That's out number 1. It's another strikeout for Justin Verlander. Now they give him 4 strikeouts. He's faced 9 batters tonight. He's going to have 2 hits. He's picked up out of the 7 outs, 4 of them have been strikeouts. We got Michael Bush off the game with a fly out to center. First pitch fastball. This is up and in for ball 1. Bailey, really good framer, trying to steal every pitch near the zone. Hasn't worked out yet. Here's the 1-0. Up and in with a fastball fouled off, 1-1. Yeah, there's only been 1 call from Moscoso tonight that has definitely been a bit of a miss. It was when the Cubs have runners on second and third with Carson Kelly with a fastball, probably about an inch, maybe an inch and a half off the plate outside. And it was ruled a strike 3 to end that inning. Here's the 1-1. Curveball chopped towards second. Flores is going to grab it. He'll fire the first in time, and that's out number 2. So besides the 2 singles for the Cubs, it's been a lot of weak contact or strikeouts. So we have Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 1 today. 37 pitches for Justin Verlander. Tucker struck out swinging in his last at bat. Average down to 262 on the season. First pitch, give me over curve at the knees for a strike 0-1. This is another good start for Justin. His last couple starts have been pretty good for him. He's continuing to have a pretty good start so far. The 0-1. High changeup, catches the top of the zone with a strike 0-2 now on Tucker. Back at Wrigley, Kyle hitting 248. But everywhere else, he's hitting 275. It's going to go down a little bit if he continues to get outs here, though. Here's the 0-2 from Verlander. Check the swing, appeal to third. They say he did not go. That was a good slider from Justin, but it missed inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the third here in Oracle. Cubs trail the Giants 1-0. Verlander gets to set. The 1-2. Going with a curve, 2-2 now on Tucker. Seiya Suzuki is on deck, has a base hit in this game, a single. He'd be up next if Tucker is able to reach with 2 outs. Verlander comes set, and a 2-2. High line drive, right center field. That's going to drop in front of Gilbert. And Tucker has a base hit. 3 hits now for the Cubs off of Verlander, all singles. That was kind of a hanging slider outer third, and Tucker's able to line it out to right center. And the Cubs, 2 through 4 hitters all have singles now off of Verlander, and the only hits of the game, though, for the Cubs. So here's Seiya. For one of those single, first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Verlander was a bit upset on that last slider. Probably because, number 1, he didn't get the out off of Tucker. Number 2, he has to throw more pitches. He's already thrown 43 pitches in this game so far. Here's the 1-0. Misses a hair inside. It's 2-0. Means he's going to have to throw more pitches, and if he continues to miss inside or off the plate, Cubs will definitely take that. 2-0 count on Suzuki. The pitch. Outside corner out to strike 2-1. All breaking pitches to Seiya in this at bat. If he misses here, you gotta imagine they're gonna try and get a fastball over the play, and that's when Seiya's got to attack. Justin Verlander's gonna step off for the first disengagement. It's 2-1 now on Seiya. The pitch. Out the plate, it's 3-1 now. It's the first fastball to the bat. Three balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Up and away, ball 4, and that's a walk issued now for Justin Verlander. His first walk issued of the game, and back-to-back runners reach base now. Just like the first, when the Cubs had back-to-back singles with 2 outs. It's a walk and a single in this at bat. Exactly what the Cubs would want right now. Trying to get some runs, and Pete hit the ball hard off of JV in the last at bat, so this would be a good time to get another hard hit. First pitch to Pete misses inside for ball 1. It's 1-0. Pitch number 49, the pitch. Ground ball rolled over foul. It's 1-1. This will be pitch number 50 now for Justin. 2 2/3, a walk, 4 strikeouts. Now 3 hits for the Cubs. Still. They're making Justin work. Here's the 1-1. Missing inside, it's 2-1 now. And have all fallen off a bit here for Verlander in the third inning after getting 2 quick outs. He's got single walk and in danger of losing Pete here. The 2-1. Fastball tap at his own, fouled off. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 3 strikes, 2 outs, top of the third. Here in Oracle Park in San Francisco, California. 7:29 in San Francisco time, 9:29 Chicago time. Game 4 of 9 of this West Coast road trip. The 2-2. Well, up and away, count's going to run full. Runners will be off of the pitch. Good RBI opportunity here. Pete, single in his last at bat, has a chance to drive in a run or 2. Carson Kelly on deck, and time is called. From Pete. Chance here for possible hittable pitch here for Pete. We'll see what Verlander does. Comes set. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Chase the pitch in the dirt. Bailey's going to throw the first in time. They get it. Cubs strand 2. They don't score. Well, it's at the bottom of the third. 1-0 Giants in San Francisco. Welcome back here to the bottom of the third in San Francisco. Cubs trailed San Francisco 1-0. First pitch from Matthew Boyd. The Drew Gilbert is a slide at the top of the zone for strike 1. So the Cubs, two innings now in this game is there's a fastball on the hands on Gilbert. He fouls off where they had runners on first and second. Actually, in the first inning, they had runners on second and third. They're unable to score. A called strike 3 to Carson Kelly. Ended the first inning to rally, and then PCA struck out swinging at a pitch in the dirt with a full count. Top half of this inning, and that's blown away for ball 1. To now make it so the Cubs have stranded 4 runners on base in this game already. By the way, the Diamondbacks have come all the way back and have tied it with Milwaukee as Gilbert lines this one towards right field, but right at Tucker for the first out. So 1 gone in the inning. That will send us back up to the top of the order for Elliot Ramos, who walked in a 4-pitch walk to start off the Giants half of the game. But it's 8-8 in Milwaukee now. So if Milwaukee actually ends up losing and the Cubs come back and win here, the Cubs will be 4.5 back with still an entire month of September to play. There's a give me over curve for a strike 0-1. Remember, at one point the Cubs were 9 games back in that Milwaukee series. The 0-1, nice change of swing and a miss 0-2. So at this point, the Cubs have gained 4 games back on them and could potentially get 5 back with a win today and a Brewers loss. Ramos will take time. So, a big chance. Boyd comes set. Here is the 0-2. Up and away with a changeup, no offer from Ramos. 1-2 now. Cubs have a chance. Here's the 1-2 to win this division. It's off to play 2-2 now on Ramos. Boyd trying to work fast, like it normally does. 2-2. Ramos fires this out to right center field. That's going to drop and be a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Giants, and Ramos reaches base for the second time this game. It's a walk and a single. Bit of NFL news, I guess you want to call it NFL news, but Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, who've been dating for over 2 years now, are now engaged. So congratulations to them. Looks like Travis proposed today. First pitch of Devers, fastball in there for strike 1. Sure, we're going to see a lot of that coverage in NFL games or in Chiefs games. It's 0-1 on Devers. 4 on the pitch clock. The pitch. Just slow. Looked like a good pitch. The box had it low, but that was a very good pitch. Scosa doesn't give the call. It's 1-1 now on Devers. But if the box is true, that did miss low. Here's the 1-1. Devers late on it, swings and a miss. 1-2 now. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Just went straight fastball right there, trying to go power on power. Devers late on it. Boyd will come set. 1-2. That's 2-2 now on Devers. Just over 50 minutes into this ball game. Cubs and Giants. Bottom of the third. Giants on top 1-0. Boyd will come set. Getting ready to deliver the 2-2. Here is that 2-2. Chopped off the foot of Devers' foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the third. 3 hits for the Cubs, 2 for the Giants now. The 2-2. At the knees, good pitch, called strike 3, and that's 2 outs. Devers knew it. How to get Boyd his 4th strikeout of the game. So Boyd has 4 strikeouts. Verlander has 5 strikeouts. So some good pitching for these 2 pitchers. It's a 1-0 game. Both pitchers getting up their fair share of hits and walks. Boyd's going to most likely hit the 50 pitch count. As there's a gimme over curve to Adames for strike 1. Adames, he struck out on his last at bat. Former Brewer. Brewers could probably use him right now. Here's the 0-1. Nice changeup 0-2. We got Adames on that changeup for strike 2, or for the strikeout last at bat. It's 0-2. 2 outs, 1 on. Boyd will come set. No pitch. Went high, and Adames chases it for the strikeout. That's 5 strikeouts for Boyd. Giants strand 1, don't score. Well, to the 4th in Oracle Park. 1-0 San Francisco. Top 4 here in San Francisco in Oracle Park. Giants on tap, 1-0 over the Cubs. Carson Kelly will step up to face Justin Verlander. First pitch off speed off the play for ball 1. Kelly struck out looking in his last about on a pitch that was most likely a ball an inch off the plate. He struck out runners on second and third. Here's the 1-0. That's very similar to the pitch that he struck out looking, but Moscoso calls that pitch a ball, so it's 2-0 now on Kelly. Both pitchers tonight, 5 strikeouts each. Very similar pitch counts. Here's a 2-0. Fastball to knees popped up right side, playable. Matos, and converging and making a sliding catch is Casey Schmidt. What a catch down the right field line in foul territory for the first out. What a catch for Casey Schmidt. That's the first out of the inning. You get jabbed on the call, strike 3 call, and then this one you're just hoping to foul this one out of play, and instead you pop this up and a good basket catch while sliding from Casey Schmidt, making the catch for this first out. Here's Happ. He'll line this one down the right field line. This is going to stay fair and go all the way to the wall. He'll make the turn and head towards second. Matos will play it off the wall. That's a 1-out double for Ian Happ. And that's 4 hits now for the Cubs, their first extra base hit of the game. 3 singles and 2 walks. And now they get a double and a chance for the bottom of the order for the Cubs to do something. Try and rally off of Verlander and try and get some runs here. Like a change up. Here's the first pitch to Horner. And a good block from Bailey for ball 1. 58 pitches for Justin. Nico flew out towards right center field. Hit the ball pretty well on that at bat, but you're not going to hit a home run dead center with Nico's power. Especially at this cold weather. Here's the 1-0. At the knees, that's a strike 1-1. Verlander has an over-the-top release angle with his pitches. Makes it tough for the hitter to really distinguish from a curveball and a fastball because it's pretty much the same exact release point. Here's the 1-1. There's a curveball. This ball's hit well towards right field. Matos will make the catch in front of the track for the second out. Happ's going to tag and move to third, so the Cubs again have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Can they convert? It's going to be up to Dansby Swanson, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Cubs, this is the 3rd inning now of this game where they've had a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The 1st and the 3rd, and now the 4th. Both the 1st and the 3rd, they had runners on 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. First pitch to Swanson misses in. Both innings ended with a strikeout. Dansby popped out on his last at bat. It's probably what Verlander would take right now is some weak contact. He'll come set and a 1-0. And the dirt with a changeup 2-0 now. Shaw's on deck. 5 strikeouts, only 1 walk for Verlander. I'm sure he would probably prefer to face Matt Shaw, given Shaw's younger status, maybe not knowing Verlander as much as Swanson might. It's a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch from Verlander. It was off speed and gets the strike. Or 2-1 now. That was a good pitch. Probably one if Dansby swings at it. You got to try and get that one towards opposite field. Outfield playing a touch towards right field against Swanson. The 2-1 ground ball hit down the third base line, but it's foul. It's going to be 2-2 now on Dansby. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Runner on 3rd. That is Ian Happ. A 1-out double. Giants fans starting to get a little loud right now. Third inning of this game. With a runner in scoring position with 2 outs to 2-2. That's in the dirt. No offer. Account's going to run full now on Verlander, or on Swanson. As Verlander just threw his 65th pitch of the game. This is an instance, Verlander, you already know it. You don't try and give it to him. You try and paint something. The 3-2. Goes off speed. Pitch is off the plate. Good take from Swanson. That's ball 4. I'll put runners on the corners now with 2 walks. Second walk issued of the game from Verlander. That was a very good take. And a call that Moscoso got right. Now we got Matt Shaw now. Dansby checked his swing. There was no appeal at all. He didn't go anyways, but could have considered an appeal. See if they got the call from Guccione. First pitch to Shaw. Give me over curve as a strike on 1. Shaw struck out on his last at bat. Verlander will come set. The 0-1. And a dirt good block from Bailey. A 1-1 now. If anything, I know the Cubs are losing 1-0, but if they continue to make Verlander work, they're gonna get him out of the game early and into that Giants bullpen. And they torched the Angels bullpen in that series. Could do the same here. The 1-1. That's so it's 2-1 now on Shaw. This will be pitch number 70 of the game. Patrick Bailey leads catchers this season in defensive runs saved by 2. Narvaez and Torrens follow behind him. The 2-1. There's a curve over the plate for a strike. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the 4th here in San Francisco. 1-0 Giants, courtesy of Wilmer Flores. Solo home run back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Verlander's going to step off his first disengagement. This is now 3 innings of this game where Verlander has had a runner had to get out of this inning without a run with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Pick up at the first. Swanson back in time. That's the 2nd disengagement down now for Verlander. So if he tries over there one more time, and it was a good try. Swanson was leaning and actually made a first step move towards second, but his lead wasn't really big enough to be able to get that pickoff attempt. Hard ground ball through the hole. That's going to be a base hit. Cubs finally capitalize. It throws to third. Swanson makes it in there safely, and Matt Shaw with a ground ball single has tied the game at 1. So good pitch, or good hit for Matt Shaw. It was a breaking ball at the knees, and Shaw lines it towards the hole and past Adames, and the Cubs have tied it at 1. And we got Michael Busch who's 0 for 2. And that'll continue this long inning for Verlander. Pitch to Busch, pop fly, left side, might be playable for Chapman, and it is, and he'll make the catch for the 3rd out. But it comes a pitch too late as Matt Shaw ties it up. An RBI single led to the bottom of the 4th in San Francisco, tied at 1 here in Game 1 of this 3-game set. Bottom of the fourth here in Oracle Park, the Cubs and Giants now deadlocked at 1, courtesy of a Wilmer Flores solo home run in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Casey Schmidt is to give me over curve for a strike. In the top half of this inning, with 2 outs and a runner on third, a Matt Shaw RBI. Runner on first and third, a Matt Shaw RBI single. With 2 outs, got the job done. The 0-1, the Schmidt is a fastball up and away for ball 1. It's a big run for the Cubs. That was their third inning of this game with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. There's a fastball to play, but it's fouled off from Schmidt. It's 1-2 now. 53 pitches for Boyd in his outing. Verlander has thrown over 70 pitches of his outing now. Here's the 1-2. Check this swing. Moscoso said he wins, and that's another strikeout for Boyd. That's on number 1. Got to give Boyd 6 punch-outs in the game tonight now. I'm going to bring up Wilmer Flores, the man who hit the home run in this game. Giants only have 2 hits off of Boyd. Boyd's issued 2 walks tonight. First pitch to Flores is to give me over curve for a strike. Cubs have 4 hits, only 1 extra base hit. It was the double from Happ in the top half of the 4th inning, which ultimately led to a run. There's another strike to Flores. It's 0-2 now. But the first, third, and 4th inning, the Cubs have had runners in scoring position. They had runners in second and third in the first and the third. They had runners in the corners in the 4th. Top half of this inning, the Cubs finally break through against Justin Verlander. That was only to tie, though. Heading to the bottom of the 9th in Milwaukee, they're tied at 8. So here's the 1-2 to Flores. Low with the slider, no offer, 2-2 now. 58 pitches for Boyd. Verlander in the 70s. Here's the 2-2. Nice changeup. Got him early on, and that's 7 strikeouts now for Matthew Boyd. Really good pitching for Matthew. You know, for strikeouts, for 7 of them, you need 21 pitches, and at least 21 pitches for 7 strikeouts. You know, he's having another good outing. Just 1 mistake pitch to Flores. Here's Chapman. There's a fastball that they get caught the corner, but Moscoso is not giving that edge now. It's 1-0. Chapman walked in his last at bat. First, there's a changeup pulled down the left field line. It's possibly playable for Shaw, but it'll get out of play for a foul ball. 1-1 now on Chapman. It was a changeup then he got. It was way early on. Just able to get a piece of it. For the Cubs, it'll be Tucker, Suzuki, and PCA. The top of the 5th. Here's the 1-1 to Chapman. Inside, 2-1 now. Here on Shy Sports Live, we'll have both games 1 and 2 of this series covered, and we might be on a bit of a break. We'll be out of town this weekend. Here's the 2-1. There's a strike on the knees, 2-2. I watched the games, but it won't be broadcasted audio-wise. There's a timeout called from Chapman. NFL getting started. Bears playing Monday Night Football in a couple of weeks. Here's the 2-2. Up and away count's going to run full on Chapman. It should be broadcasted here on Audio Sport or on Shy Sports Live. Here is the 3-2 from Boyd. Fastball outside corner, just waved out and fouls it off the bricks on outfield wall in foul territory. So a lot harder than I thought it was. So he pitched number 66 for Boyd. Trying to get through his 4th inning. The 3-2. Fly ball center field, hit pretty well. PCA on the track will make the catch in front of that 391-foot sign. Chapman gave it a ride, but they don't score. Well, to the 5th in Oracle Park in San Francisco, tied at 1. Top of the fifth here in San Francisco, Oracle Park. Tied at 1 as the Cubs and Giants are deadlocked at 1. A home run from Wilmer Flores back in the bottom of the second, and a RBI single from Matt Shaw on the top of the fourth are your scoring plays of this game so far. Justin Verlander back out for his fifth inning of work. First pitch to Kyle Tucker is a low chopper hit to Verlander. He'll grab it, he'll flip to first for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Justin in this top half of the fifth inning. Going to say Suzuki is 1 for 1 today. September 1st to the 3rd, the Cubs against the Braves. Back home after this 9-game road trip. You can get your tickets at cubs.com/tickets. Braves have a really good offensive team, but injuries and pitching staff really hasn't been there. Kind of force them to have to, unfortunately, not play some good baseball, and they're going to miss the playoffs, most likely, unless they make a historic September run. Bailey and Verlander are having a chat on the mound right now, but it's hasn't been the best season for them, and for the Cubs, they got to take advantage of that. They'll be off of a series with the Rockies, and a series they are going to be eyeing a chance to sweep. Trying to put more pressure on Milwaukee right now. So here's the first pitch to Suzuki. Top of the zone, slider into strike 0-1. Brewers have the winning run on right now in the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs are 5.5 back of Milwaukee right now. The 0-1. Outside corner, that's a strike 0-2 now on Suzuki. No balls, 2 strikes. Verlander comes set, the 0-2. That's high, it's 1-2 now. Walk and a single for Seiya Suzuki tonight. Cubs have 5 hits overall as a team. 1 double. It's the only extra base hit they've hit tonight. The 1-2, that's so it's 2-2 now. It's always tough to hit home runs here in Oracle, especially when it's cold, the wind is blowing in. It's difficult to hit home runs. You always typically find yourselves attending this game in some sort of heavier clothing. The Suzuki emergency hat fouls off that high fastball. The biggest thing that I've seen with the Cubs tonight, is they are making Justin work. They're not waving at easy pitches well out of the zone. They're not giving up at bats early. So here's the 2-2. Seiya rolls this over. Chapman goes back. He'll fire the first in time, and that's out number 2. So back-to-back groundouts for Verlander offered in this inning. That's going to bring up Pete Crow Armstrong, who's 1 for 2 today. As a single, he struck out with runners on second and third with 2 outs back in the third. A home run here, try and get the Cubs on top. He's also stolen a base tonight. So he pitched number 80 for Verlander. Pete will foul that off, strike 1. I'd love to see a home run here. Try and get him 1 step closer to the 30-30 club. He's 2 home runs away from the 30-30 club. Here is the check 0-1 from Verlander. Good pitch. Got Pete swinging. It's 0-2 now. Pete just a little too antsy at times with the bat. He's a good hitter, but way too antsy. He'll call for time. Take a pitch here and there. Try and work on the bat. And try to swing for the fences every single at bat. Here's the 0-2. That's science 1-2 on PCA. Use your speed to your advantage. This could be an anomalous year for Pete. He might not hit more than 21 home runs in the rest of his career per season. Or he might. Here's the 1-2. Line drive left center field is dropping, and it's going to one hop in front of Ramos. Pete will hit the second. The throw is going to be in time. Pete says no, and for the moment, it's the third out, but Craig is most likely going to challenge. And he will challenge. So the Cubs are challenging the play at second base. As of right now, it's a single and a out at second. Live, it looked like he might have been out. However, it moved way too fast to really get a good call. Pete was emphatic that he was safe. Taking a look here, he's definitely safe. As long as that left hand, or as long as the right hand is on the bag when the tag stays on, because the left hand does go off the bag at some points. As long as it's on the bag, that right hand's on the bag before that left hand is off, and it looks like it's on that. So that the call on the field was out, so there has to be enough evidence to overturn it. He looks safe, assuming that left hand stays on the bag. And that does look safe. I'll mark it down on my scorecard here prematurely. This totally won't backfire. It's taking some time. They have to get clear evidence. Now he looks safe. Guccione is going to be the umpire that will announce to the crowd. David Rackley is the man who made the out call at second base. It's Pete's talking to Rafi Devers and Casey Schmidt right now. Here comes Guccione. Call is overturned, so PCA will indeed have a double. The Cubs have returned their challenge, and both teams have won a challenge in this game. So now we have Carson Kelly, 2 outs, 0 for 2. And a chance now for the Cubs to take the lead in back-to-back innings. It's 6 hits now for Chicago. And not like that from Pete. The replay showed him kind of jogging out of the batter's box. Would have easily made it in a second if he was hustling. There's a first pitch fastball and a strike to Carson Kelly. Would not have had a chance at getting him at second. The 0-1. Line drive right field. That's going to drop in front of Matos. Coming around this and scoring is Pete Crow Armstrong. The Cubs take the lead. Some RBI singles in back-to-back innings for the Cubs. They take a 2-1 lead. Kelly with an RBI single on 100.4 off the bat. Fastball pretty much middle up. Verlander knew it as soon as he made contact with it. And it's 2-1 Cubs here in the top of the fifth. We're going to be in half. First pitch fastball missing high for ball 1. Double and a run scored in the top of the fourth. Verlander continuing to have a large workload in innings. There's a curve fouled off, 1-1. He's thrown 87 pitches now and is outing through 4 2/3. Like I said, that play at second should not have been close at all if Pete just hustled out of the box right away. 7 hits for the Cubs, 1-1. That's inside 2-1. You got to imagine Melvin's going to go to the pen in the 6th inning. So what the Cubs did against the Angels, they made the Angels go to their pen early in each game. There's a 2-1. Line drive, center field, but caught by Drew Gilbert for the 3rd out. But the Cubs do add another one and take the lead, courtesy of a Carson Kelly RBI single. Halfway home, in San Francisco, 2-1 Cubs. Welcome back here to Oracle Park, the bottom of the fifth. Here, the Brewers did end up walking off the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the ninth, a sac fly. Did a job for them, so the Brewers are not. So the Cubs are not going to gain any games on the Brewers tonight, but they could lose a half game if they do end up losing this game. The Giants, Matos lines this one towards right field. This ball is going to be off the wall. It barely hops off the fence. Matos thought about going for third, but he will hold. But that's a leadoff double for Luis Matos, and the Giants have something working here in the bottom of the fifth. Really the first opportunity for San Francisco tonight to add runs. A home run happened, and that was on one pitch. And the bounce to Kyle Tucker barely bounced, hit that mesh metal, sort of chain link fence in front of or below the bricks. Tucker was playing the potential brick bounce. Just smart baseball. Boyd looks at Matos disengage for his first disengagement. For Bailey, if he gets one down the line or in the gap, this game's going to be tied. So here's the pitch. Change up off the play for ball one. One ball, no strikes. Boyd will come set the pitch. Bailey pops this one up in the infield. This is going to be easily playable for Horner. Bailey slams his bat down, and that's out number one. It's a big first out. Oh, we have Drew Gilbert, who has not hit the ball well at all in his short stint in the big leagues this season. 0 for 1 today. And if you're Boyd, you're just got to attack the strike zone here. If Gilbert beats you, he beats you. There's a check swing, that's a foul ball. Strike one. No balls, one strike, one out. Bottom of the fifth here in Oracle Park. 2-1 Cubs. 2 runs in the fourth and fifth inning. Both coming off of RBI singles. The 0-1. Good front door slider. That's a strike. 0-2 now. Boyd's going to ask for new baseball in the fourth inning. RBI single courtesy of Matt Shaw to tie it. Top of the fifth inning, RBI single from Carson Kelly to tie it. Doubles in that inning, both innings, were part of the reasons why the Cubs were able to drive in runs. The 0-2 to Gilbert. That slows 1-2. Like I said, if PCA hustled out of the box immediately, the Cubs would not have had to use that challenge. He would have been in there easily. And kind of just jogged nonchalantly out of the box, realized it dropped, and he barely got in there safely. The 1-2 to Gilbert. All the way 2-2 now. I forget how many games the Cubs are back right now due to that loss. I mean, obviously, if the Cubs win, it won't matter, but it won't matter with the loss. The Cubs are now 6 back. A win would move them back to 5.5 back to 2-2. That's thrown away. 3-2 now. Ramos is on deck. A guy you do not want to face. With runners on first and second with 1 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Gilbert. Three hits for the Giants as a team, 7 for the Cubs as a team. And Boyd will step off. That's his first disengagement of the at-bats. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Boyd's calling the pitch. Boyd will come set. In a 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball on the hands, got him swinging. Boyd now has 8 strikeouts tonight. He continues his great season of pitching here with the Cubs. With 2 gone, that's going to have Elliot Ramos. 1 for 1 today. He's walked and singled. There's a line drive left field down the line. It's going to be fair and 1 hop the wall. The Giants are going to tie it. And Ramos has a 2-out RBI double. We're back where we started. It's 2-2. Like a changeup over the middle of the plate. Ramos pulled it hard. And for Boyd, you're just happy you did not give up a 2-run home run with 2 outs. Just a good pitch. And for Ramos, he's been the best hitter tonight for the Giants. Led off the game with a 4-pitch walk. Hard hit single and a line drive RBI double. Here's Rafi Devers. First pitch to him. Jam shot left side is falling, and it's going to be falling in front of Swanson and Happ. And just like that, the Cubs are trailing 3-2. An RBI single for Rafi Devers. Oh, God, jammed. He's shaking his hand. Swanson dove, tried to make the catch. I think it was off the glove of Dansby. Just missed his glove. So the Giants have now capitalized off of Boyd and now have a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Willy Adames. "78 pitches for Boyd now as Tommy Hotovy's talking with Boyd and Kelly. Well, now this really becomes huge with the win for the Brewers because the Cubs' loss would move them to 6.5 back of Milwaukee, I believe. We're getting into the heart of the order now for San Francisco. Here's the pitch from Boyd. Adames, high fly ball. Happ is going to be playable and will make the catch for the 3rd out. But 2 runs, 3 hits in. We will head to the bottom to the 6th in San Francisco. 3-2 Giants. Top of the 6 here in San Francisco. The Cubs now trail the Giants 3-2, courtesy of an Elliot Ramos RBI double and a Rafi Devers bloop single, RBI bloop single in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 runs scored for the Giants in that inning. Here's Nico Hoerner leading off against Justin Verlander. Gets a call to top of the zone for a strike. Nico 0 for 2 tonight, 2 flyouts. For the Cubs, this becomes a big game for them now with the Brewers beating the Diamondbacks. A loss would drop them to 6.5 back. Here's the 0-1. High fly ball, center field, hit pretty well. Gilbert goes back and makes the catch on the track for the first out. One out, that'll bring out Dansby Swanson. Swanson 0 for 1 tonight. Gilbert kind of shaking his head after making that catch. I guess first step was in, which is, is a cardinal sin for every outfielder. You always want your first step to be back or away from where the ball is going so you can get a good angle of it. There's a first pitch strike to Swanson. You don't want to immediately misjudge a easy out. Swanson's 0 for 1 today. He's walked. Reiner's going to most likely hit the 100 mark of his pitch count this inning, the 0-1. Swanson gets under this one, flies this towards left center field. Gilbert's going to call off Ramos and make the catch. Back-to-back flyouts to start this 6th inning for the Cubs offense. Over at Matt Shaw, who's 1 for 2 today. Drove in the tying run of the game at the time in the top of the 4th in his last at-bats. It's an RBI single. A couple quick outs for Verlander. Make it where he might not even throw 100 pitches in this outing. He's also going for the quality start. First pitch from Verlander. Fastball in on the inside corner. Gets Shaw jamming it foul. RBI was RBI number 34 for Shaw. Gets his batting average up to 231 on the season now. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hands again and again fouled off. 0-2 now on Shaw. No balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 6th here in San Francisco. 3-2 Giants. There has been some sort of scoring in 3 of the last 4 innings of this game for both teams. Giants got it started with the Wilmer Flores solo home run in the bottom of the 2nd. Cubs answered in the 4th and 5th inning with RBI singles from Matt Shaw and Carson Kelly, but 2 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning, giving the Giants a 3-2 lead. Here's the 0-2. Up and away with a curve, 1-2 now. There's 2 runs coming off of an RBI double from Elliot Ramos. And a bloop jam shot from Rafi Devers. Just out of the reach of Dansby Swanson's glove, driving in the 2nd run. 1-2, that's the third, no offer from Shaw, 2-2 now. Gotta imagine this is going to be the last inning for Verlander, even if he gets out here. It's going to be pretty much up the century mark of pitches. Here's the 2-2. Foul ball hit Bailey. Looks like it might have hit him off the mask. Off the mask or the shoulder area of Patrick Bailey, but hit him pretty hard where the Kara bounced back towards Verlander, landed about 45 feet in front of Bailey. But the 2/3 mark of the distance from home plate to the pitcher's mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Cubs down 3-2. This will be pitch number 99 for Verlander. It's another foul ball from Shaw, so Verlander will have to throw a 100th pitch of this game in this inning. Trying to pick up another win. He's 1-10 on the year. Looking for win number 2. Here's a 2-2. High fly ball left field is tailing and will go out of play for another foul ball. This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat. Verlander threw the first 2 pitches. This is a bat fastballs. It's been all off-speed pitches since. The 2-2. Off-speed again. Ground ball rolled over. Chapman will grab it. He'll fire the first in time. So 1-2-3-6 for Verlander. We'll head to the bottom half of this inning. 3-2 Giants on Shy Sports Live. Bottom of the 6th here in San Francisco. Cubs trail the Giants 3-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. For defensive run saves, Matthew Boyd, 4th among pitchers with +5. Warner, first among second baseman, he'll most likely win another Gold Glove there. He's +17. Matt Shaw probably won't qualify. He might. Matter of fact, he actually probably will. Yeah, assuming he plays the everyday role for the rest of the season. But he is a +9. That's sewn into Schmidt. 1-1 now. It's Boyd out for a 6th inning of work, in line for the loss at this point in time. Big game for the Cubs. Now there's a little flare, one hopper, and again another great defensive play by Shaw. A nice short hop scoop. Nice to play for the first out. All those plays from third baseman, they make it look so easy. I mean, for first baseman, those are pick plays. I mean, that's a pick play for a third baseman. For first baseman, they usually look for those plays. That's off the plate. Flores for ball 1. They look for those plays over at first for both throws, but that's just a good pick play from Matt Shaw there at third. That's back-to-back off-speed pitches, just missing outside the Flores. It's 2-0 now. Flores hit his 14th home run of the season in the 2nd inning. 1 for 2 today. And again, off the plate, the changeup, but the check swing appeal to first. They say he didn't go, so it's 3-0 now on Flores. And the pitch. Inside ball 4, 4-pitch walk for Flores. Second time Boyd has issued a 4-pitch walk in this game. That's 3 walks overall. Council's getting on the phone there. I'm sure if that was Matthews' last batter, or if they're trying to get someone up in the pen pretty quickly now. Here's Chapman. He's 0 for 1. In the pitch. Give me over curve. This ball's line hit well. It's going to be foul though. Giants have hit the ball pretty hard off of Matthew in the last inning. Or in the last inning and a half. Boyd comes set. The 0-1. Change up off the plate. Another good eye from the Giants hitters. It's 1-1. Those are good pitches for Matthew, but they are balls off the plate and good calls from Edwin Moscoso. Pitch number 89 of the game. Here is the pitch. Foul ball. It hits Moscoso's mask. And it shakes his head. He says he's okay. It's 1-2. Chapman's asking Moscoso if he's okay now. Hit the bottom of the mask of Moscoso. I think he has a neck guard there too, with the piece that comes down off the bottom part of the mask to kind of block any foul balls below that. The 1-2 to Chapman. It's another foul ball. Matos is on deck, unsure if they really want to keep Matthew in the face. Matos. Drew Pomeranz is getting loose in that Cubs bullpen right now. Here's the 1-2. Chapman just kind of waves at it and fouls it off. It's 1-2 on Chapman. 91 pitches for Boyd. Gotta make a pitch here. The pitch. Chapman unloads on this one, and it is gone. A 2-run shot, and the Giants have really hit Matthew Boyd hard in the last 2 innings. It's now 5-2 Giants. 17 home runs for Chapman, and that's most likely going to be the end of the outing for Mr. Boyd. With a fastball, middle up, and a 400-foot line drive from Chapman. Most likely ends the night for Matthew. A Cubs fan making the catch out there and listening, I feel pretty enthusiastic. Just wait until he finds out the result. Although Pomeranz, a lefty in the pen, I would consider walking Matos intentionally and bringing in Drew Pomeranz. Craig Counsell is going to come out. So this is going to be it for Matthew Boyd. Counsell looks back at the dugout briefly, but he's going to be taking out Matthew. Still no signal. And there is a signal. So Matthew Boyd's night is done. We will depart and be back after this. Cubs trail San Francisco 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back here to the bottom of the sixth. Pitching change. Drew Pomeranz is into the game. This is going to be his 44th appearance out of the bullpen. 37 innings pitched in the area at 169. Only 2 home runs allowed. And there's no one on base because of a 2-run home run for Matt Chapman, which ended Matthew Boyd's night. And 4 of the 5 runs for the Giants that come in the last 2 innings. There's a called strike to Matos. Boyd will depart after throwing 5 in the third. Even though 6 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. There's a check swing. They appeal towards first. They say he did not go. It's 1-1 now on Matos. So here's the 1-1. Outside corner, and Moscoso does not give him a call. It's 2-1 now. Pomeranz will come set to 2-1. That catches the outside corner. It's 2-2 now on Matos. Approaching the 2-hour mark of tonight's game. Matos 1 for 2 today, a double and a run scored. Again, the Brewers winning tonight could prove big. Here, there's a weakly rolled over ground ball to Shaw. He'll grab it. He'll fire the first in time for the second out. So 2 outs in this inning now. Ben Granos to Matt Shaw. That's going to bring up Patrick Bailey. Cubs need 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead. They have 9 outs to work with. They'll have the top of the order and the top of the 7th inning coming up. It's Patrick Bailey. The switch hitter in from the right side and looks at a first pitch fastball just off the plate for ball 1. But Milwaukee winning 9-8 is big. They're up 8-3 and 6-0 at one point, actually. It's 2-0 now to Bailey. They only scored 3 runs in the rest of the game, but those 3 runs were good enough to beat the Diamondbacks 9-8. Here's a 2-0. Bailey flies this one towards right field. Tucker will camp under and make the catch for the 3rd down. But the Giants continue swinging the bat well in the last couple innings. A 2-run homer for Matt Chapman breaks the game open a little bit. 5-2 Giants. The 7th we go in San Francisco. Welcome back here to the top of the 7th. Giulio Casey is on the mound for the Giants here, taking over for Mr. Verlander. 26th appearance of the season here, just a touch under 4. Facing Justin Turner to lead it off. In for Michael Busch, first pitch strike. So Justin Verlander in line for win number 264. So here's the 0-1. Inside corner, that's a strike 0-2. That would put him 26 away from hitting 300 wins. He'll probably get another 10, maybe 12 starts this season. Could climb up into the upper 270s if all goes well. That's up and away. It's 1-2 now on Turner. Cubs have 9 outs to work with to get 4 runs at this point in time off of the Giants bullpen. Here's the 1-2 from Lucchesi. That's off the plate, 2-2 now. So they come down to can they get extra base hits? They only have 1 in this game. 2 in this game, sorry. Both resulting in runs. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Turner goes down swinging. That's out number 1 around Kyle Tucker. The straight fastball from Lucchesi, inside corner. Tucker lead on it for the first out. Giants bullpen has been pretty good this season, so it's, a run deficit is not always easy to come back against a tough bullpen, but a 3-run deficit, gotta really string together stuff. It's inside with a fastball, 1-0. Tucker 1 for 3 tonight. His last at bat, he chopped back to Verlander for the ground out. So Casey comes set to 1-0. Get me over a curve. Turner chased the curve inside. It's 1-1. Just a couple inches off the plate inside, and Tucker tried to hack at it. Here's the 1-1. Top of the zone, that's a strike 1-2. Lucchesi's pounding the zone so far in his relief outing. For the Giants, it'll be, as of right now, Gilbert, Ramos, and Devers. So here's the 1-2. Outside corner, called strike 3. Tucker doesn't like it, but that caught the corner. See, he continues to say some words, but that was a good pitch from Lucchesi. That's back-to-back strikeouts. The box did light up for a strike. It was a strike, according to the box. Numbering up Suzuki with 2 gone now. Here's the pitch. Misses high for ball 1. About to hit the 2-hour mark here in a minute or so of tonight's ball game. Here's the 1-0 to Suzuki. Fastball top of the zone, fouls it off, 1-1 now. Gotta imagine Pomeranz is going to face Gilbert if they keep Gilbert into the game. Probably pitch. Just a 1-1. Curveball right down the middle, and that's strike 2. Probably the best pitch of the at bat, and ways off of it. Pitch, you gotta take a hack at the 1-2 up and away, 2-2 now. You got 2 lefties and a righty. It goes lefty, righty, lefty in the bottom of the 7th. Gotta imagine Craig is gonna leave Drew in to at least face Gilbert. So here's the 2-2. Inside, it's gonna run full now. PCA on deck. Casey's going to ask for a new baseball. And Chapman does not have the game-winning hit, but it's a 2 big insurance runs, a home run in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 in on the hands, pop fly. Playable Devers is going to make the catch for the third down. Cubs go down in order weekly 1, 2, 3. Well, to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time and Oracle 5-2 Giants. We'll go back here to San Francisco, who have the lowest ballpark elevation, 0 feet above sea level. Makes sense right next to McCovey Cove. And Coors Field, it also makes sense, Colorado, mile high, not quite, but close to it. As Taylor Rogers, former Giant, coming in to pitch. Making his 48th appearance of the season, the ERA just a touch under 2.30. The 0-1 to Gilbert is fouled off, 0-2 now. Gilbert batting an even .10, so means he's getting a hit in one hit every 10 at bats. So it hasn't been a good start to the season, to his career, but it's all right. You could break that up with a home run here. Of course, we do not want that to happen, but we also don't like to see someone struggling and hope on our downfall. The 0-2, Gilbert fouls it off. If you missed it, the Cubs were up 2-1 in this game, but two spots in the 5th and 6th inning off of Matthew Boyd have kind of derailed this game, not only for Matthew, but for the Cubs overall. And it came after the news that the Brewers walked off the Diamondbacks to move to in 6 games at the moment above the or ahead of the Cubs, which means that the Cubs were to not tie or take the lead in their final 6 outs. As Gilbert swings through a high curve for strike 3, that's out number 1. But Cubs would drop to 76 and 56 and move to 6.5 back of Milwaukee with this loss, if they do lose. And this would also be the first loss of this West Coast trip. Here's Elliot Ramos. Elliot Ramos will foul off of his foot first pitch. A big RBI double in his last at bats. He's shaken up. Wanted to hit him on the top of his foot. So hit his lead leg, it looked like. No, hit him off the padding. Must have got him on a weaker part of that padding. It's 0-1 on him. Almost 2 for 2 today. Walked Single and double. The 0-1. Missing a hair inside. 1-1 now on Ramos. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Cubs. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. We'll make that 7 hits now as Ramos has another base hit. Our ground ball to right field against the shift. 3 for 3 today now, and he's reached base 4 times. 106.1 miles per hour off the bat. That's now 7 hits for the Giants. Sinker right down the middle. Ramos just goes the other way with it. Good fundamental hitting there. Rafi Devers is 1 for 3 today. An RBI bloop single. First pitch off the play with a off-speed pitch for ball 1. Devers drove in his 84th run of the season in his last at-bats. 1-0. Ground ball, runner is off the pitch. Nice diving stop by Dansby Swanson. Robbing Devers of a hit. I think that might have been a double play, though, if he wasn't going. However, he still robs Rafi Devers of a base hit. As Ramos will take second base. It was stealing him. It looked like it was a hit and run. It was a good play. And again, that probably would have been a double play ball, but Cubs will take the out at least because there's a chance that might have not have been an out. First pitch to Adames from Rogers misses well inside for ball 1. That's a big run out there on second for San Francisco, and a big run that the Cubs have to keep off the board. Just a 1-0. Adames late on that sinker right down the middle, fouls it off 1-1. Adames has struck out twice tonight and flown out. Just a 1-1. Fouled back to the screen, 1-2 now. Cubs have 6 outs to work with. It'll be PCA, Kelly, and Happ scheduled to hit at the top of the 8th. Presumably against another bullpen pitcher. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rogers works around a 2-out double. We'll head to the top of the 8th. And San Francisco 5-2 Giants. Going back here to the top of the 8th in San Francisco and Oracle Park. First pitch from Lucchesi to PCA is a pop fly behind home plate. That's going to get out of play. Strike one. Cubs have 6 outs to work with. PCA today, 2 for 3, a single, double, run scored, and a stolen base. It'll be PCA, Kelly, and Happ scheduled to hit against Lucchesi, who might be on just to face PCA. Here's the 0-1. Fastball up, but swinging and a miss. 0-2 now on Pete. The 0-2 jam shot. Pete just able to get a piece of it and foul off. Giants still have Blue Hair Pete on their scoreboard. That was a last year thing. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball hit hard towards second, picked by Schmidt. He'll find a first in time for the first down. Good play by Casey Schmidt. Take a look at our game summary. Top of the 8th, 5-2 Giants. Boyd went 5 1/3. He had 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, struck out 8. Verlander went 6 innings. He had 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Flores had a solo home run in the 2nd. Shaw had an RBI single in the 4th, and Matt Chapman had a 2-run home run in the 6th. 2 big insurance runs of that, and is going to be it for Joey Lucchesi. Held apart. We'll go over some scoreboards here. It's 5-2 Giants. As Jose Butto will come in the pitch. We'll look at that in just a second, but let's take a look at some scoreboards. That is not a scoreboard. Here's some scoreboards. And this needs the updates. There we go. So, first of all, this game, 5-2 Giants. At the bottom of the 7th in Seattle, the Mariners, I think they were up 6-0 over the Padres at one point. We're now down 7-6. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw that right. Tigers and Athletics are tied at 5 in Sacramento. Dodgers on top 6-1 over the Reds in that ball game. Boston shutting out the Orioles 5-0. The Guardians shutting out the Rays 3-0. Braves blowing out Florida 11-2. Yankees beating the Nationals 5-1 today. The Twins beating the Blue Jays 7-5. That's a big win for the that's a big loss for the Blue Jays there. Letting both Boston and New York climb in each game in closer. Mets winning 6-5 over the Phillies. The White Sox blew a 4-0 lead. Lost 5-4. The big one for our division, at least. The Brewers beating the D-backs 9-8. The Pirates again beating the Cardinals, this time 8-3. Angels losing to Texas 7-3, and the Rockies, that's a big win there, 6-1 over the Astros. As the first pitch to Kelly is fly towards right field. Matos will camp under it and make the catch for the second out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Jose Butto. Because we're down to their final 4 outs of this game. It's now win number 38 for the Rockies. Now 3 away from tying the White Sox. The worst record in history in MLB era. Happ 1 for 3 today, a double and a run scored. His first pitch to him is a fastball up and away from ball 1. For the Giants, scheduled is supposed to be Schmidt, Flores, and Chapman in the bottom half of this 8th inning. The 1-0. That's off the plate, 2-0. Both Cubs runs coming off of RBI singles. They had a lot more chances to do more, but they just weren't able to do it. There's a strike on outside corner, 2-1 now, which again has been a common theme in the second half of the season for the Cubs. The 2-1. chopped off of Bailey's arm pad. It's 2-2 now on Happ. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 8th here in Oracle Park. 5-2 Giants. Game 1 of this 3-game series. Game 2 tomorrow night will be broadcasted here on Shy Sports Live. The 2-2 off the plate. It's going to be full. Game 3, and actually we probably will not have another Cubs audio broadcast maybe until next Monday. So this might be the last game of the West Coast road trip we do. As Happ goes down swinging for the 3rd out, Cubs go down in order 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom half of the 8th inning to 5-2 Giants. We got the Cubs scheduled today. Actually, well, MLB teams got scheduled. The Cubs will play opening day on March 26th against the Nationals at home at Wrigley. They have a few big series against the Brewers. They have one May, and in September, there's a first pitch ball up on the way to Casey Schmidt. The last series of the season will be at Fenway in Boston. Play the White Sox twice in May and in August. Also play the Cardinals for the 4th of July series. There's a ball. Also play the Yankees. So, a little big series highlighted, but that's for next year. This year is a year where if they keep Tucker, it could be a turning point for next year. The 2-0 to Schmidt and 3 straight fastballs from Jordan Wicks missing up and away for balls. This is his 5th appearance of the season. Getting some action here. It's the middle of the Giants lineup. The fastball outside corner for strike 1. I feel like with a day off yesterday, we should probably be throwing someone else to try and keep this a 3-1 deficit, but is what it is. There's a little flare right to Swanson for the first out. So 1 gone. That's going to bring up Omar Flores, the man who got the scoring going overall. So a home run back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So here is the first pitch from Wicks. Round ball hit to Swanson. He'll grab it. He'll fire the first in time. So there's a couple quick outs for Wicks. This is middle of the Giants lineup. So I'm bring up the man who did the big damage in the bottom of the 6th. Not the game-winning hit, but a 2-run home run to make it from 3-2 Giants to 5-2 Giants. has not proven big yet, but a 3-run deficit is a lot bigger to come back from a 1-run deficit against the back end of a Giants bullpen. There's a floor to right field, and that's going to be a quick 7-pitch inning for Wicks. Well, to the ninth, Cubs down to their final 3 outs. 5-2 Giants in San Francisco. Welcome back here to the top of the ninth. Cubs down 5-2 against San Francisco. Cubs down to their final 3 outs and will be up to the bottom of the lineup, bottom of the order, for the Cubs to try and keep this game alive. First pitch from Ryan Walker. The Nico Hoerner's a sinker to the top of the zone for a strike. Walker's 56th appearance of the season. His 17 save opportunities, 11 of 16 on the season. Uriah 363. 50% ground ball rate, that's the big thing, and that's the thing that these hitters will have to try and look to avoid. Here's the 0-1 to Nico. That's at the top of the zone and a strike 0-2 now. 0-2 count to Nico Hoerner, who's 0 for 3 tonight. The 0-2 pitch. Nice sweeping action, foul off from Nico. Ryan's delivery is very wicked. Everything is towards third base, towards the Giants dugout, besides the arm motion for the pitch. So that's off to play with a sinker 1-2 now. It's pretty deceptive, but it's not always effective. However, his sinker helps him a lot. The 1-2 ground ball off away from the glove of Walker, but Schmidt grabs it and fires to first for the first down, and the Cubs are down to their final 2 outs tonight. So we have Dansby Swanson, who's 0 for 2 tonight, has a walk. Only time he's reached base, made a nice play earlier in this ball game in the 7th inning. However, I feel like that play still would have been a double play opportunity, but regardless, it still saved an opportunity for the Giants. That's blown away for ball 1. Be right back here tomorrow night, 8:45. The 1-0. Line drive center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Cubs have a man aboard. And Swanson gets reached base second time tonight. First base hit of the game. Sinker pretty much right down the middle. And a good piece of hitting there. So the Cubs are I'm going to go with Willie Castro against Walker. The sinker, there's always a double play opportunity. Castro. Bailey talked with Walker about the scouting report. Castro does have some pop. You'd love to see something in the gap. So outfield is playing Willie a touch to the right, touch to the pole side. First pitch from Walker, swing and a miss on a sinker for strike one. And Castro's going to go for time. Owen Casey is in that on deck circle for Justin Turner. That's off the play for ball one. You wonder who would slide over to first base if the Cubs were to come back and tie or take the lead. Force the Giants to hit in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Just a 1-1. Swing and a miss, hittable pitch down the middle. Castro misses it. 1-2 now. Game-ending double play is in order, potentially. 1-2. Fly ball left side, that's out of play. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, good slide action. That's out number 2. The Cubs are down to their final line as Owen Casey is going to be that man to try and keep this game alive. So Justin Verlander in line for win number 264. He's our player of the game. He had only 2 runs. Not a whole lot of hard contact today. And overall pitched a heck of a game for the 42-year-old. And again, he is, assuming with the win here, going to fall to 20 or climb up to 24 wins shy of 300 total wins in his career. Walker comes set. First pitch to Casey. Misses inside for ball one. Cubs fans travel well, trying to get a little loud here, although the Giants fans are also getting loud. 1-0. Casey lines this one to left field foul. 1-1. Cubs down to their final 2 strikes of tonight's game. Cubs with a loss would drop to 20 games above 500. Giants would move within 4 games of 500. That's slowing the dirt 2-1 now on Casey. Again, join us again tomorrow night at around 8:42-ish for the short pregame and game 2 of this 3-game series. The 2-1. After these is a strike 2-2 now on Casey, and join us for about 5 minutes for post-game wrap-up with stats after this. Potential final pitch. 2 balls, 3 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Casey lines this one to right field, a foul nearly taking the ball boy's head off with it. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the ninth. 5-2 Giants. 1 runner on. Dansby Swanson singled in this inning. Walker comes set to 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the ball game. Cubs drop game 1 of this 3-game series, 5-2. We'll come back in about 30 seconds to wrap up this game. See you in a minute. Alrighty, welcome back here to Shy Sports Live, the post-game wrap-up. As the Cubs drop Game 1 of this 3-game series with the San Francisco Giants. Their first loss on this West Coast road trip. A 9-game West Coast road trip. They've played through 4 games now and they're halfway through this trip. Go through some stats. The first with the line scores. Scoring did not start until the bottom of the second inning. Wilmer Flores, a solo home run to left field, got the job done. And then the Cubs came back in the 4th and 5th inning, finally getting runs off of Verlander with RBI singles from Matt Shaw and Carson Kelly. And that was it for the Cubs scoring. They didn't score for the rest of the game. The Giants picked up 4 runs in the 5th and 6th inning combined. 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. RBI singles from, or RBI double from Elliot Ramos. And an RBI single, bloop single from Rafi Devers in the bottom of the 5th. Got 2 of those runs in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th inning, those 2 runs came on a Matt Chapman 2-run home run. For a final line total of 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Cubs, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Giants. Now for some individual stats. First for the Cubs. Michael Busch went 0 for 3 today. Justin Turner went 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And Owen Casey went 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Kyle Tucker went 1 for 4 today with 2 strikeouts. Seiya Suzuki went 1 for 3 today. He walked. Beaker Armstrong, the man who hit the ball the best for the Cubs, 2 for 4 today, a run and a strikeout, a stolen base as well. Carson Kelly 1 for 4 today, an RBI and a strikeout. Ian Happ 1 for 4 today, a run, 2 strikeouts. Nico Horner went 0 for 4 today. Dansby Swanson went 1 for 3 today with a walk. Matt Shaw 1 for 3 today with an RBI and a strikeout. And Willie Castro came in to pinch hit for him, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. For a total of 35 at-bats, 2 runs, 8 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. Doubles by Ian Happ and Beaker Armstrong. Total bases, Tucker had 1, Happ had 2, Swanson and Suzuki also had 1, PCA had 3, and then Matt Shaw and Carson Kelly also had 1. Stolen base, Beaker Armstrong. Cubs left 8 men on base. For the Giants, Elliot Ramos 3 for 3 today, a run and RBI. He also walked, so he reached base on all 4 at-bats. Rafi Devers went 1 for 4 today with an RBI and a strikeout. Leah Adames went 0 for 3 today, 3 strikeouts. Casey Schmidt went 0 for 4 today with 2 strikeouts. Wilmer Flores 1 for 3 today, 2 runs, an RBI and a walk, had a home run. He also struck out. And then Matt Chapman 1 for 3 today, a run, 2 RBIs, a walk with that home run. Luis Matos went 1 for 4 today with a run, and then Patrick Bailey went 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and Drew Gilbert went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts for a total of 30 at-bats, 5 runs, 7 hits, 5 RBIs, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts. Doubles from Matos and Ramos, home runs from Chapman and Flores. Total bases, Devers had 1, Matos had 2. Chapman and Flores had 4 each, along with Elliot Ramos. Stolen base went to Matt Chapman, and the Giants left 4 men on base. Now for the pitching side, Matthew Boyd for the Cubs picked up the loss when 5 1/3 innings pitched. He had 6 hits, 5 runs, all 5 runs were earned, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 home runs. Drew Pomeranz finished that 6th inning with 2/3 of an inning, didn't give up anything else. Taylor Rogers, the former Giant, came in, pitched the inning, gave up 1 hit, strikeout 2, and then Jordan Wicks pitched the 8th inning relatively clean and quick. For a total of 8 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs, all 5 were earned, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts, 2 are home runs. And again, the loss going to Matthew Boyd. For the Giants, Justin Verlander picks up his 2nd win of the season. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, both runs were earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, no home runs. Joey Lucchesi came in for an inning and a third, struck out 2, had a really good outing. Jose Butto went 2/3 of an inning, striking out 1, and then Ryan Walker coming in for the save. 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, struck out 2. For a total of 9 innings pitched, 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, no home runs for Giants pitching. Again, Justin Verlander getting the win and Ryan Walker picking up the save. And that'll about do it here on Shy Sports Live. Another successful broadcast. The Cubs dropping their first of a 3-game set versus the Giants. That'll drop them back to 76 and 66. And the Giants move to 64 and 68. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Hope you all enjoyed listening to the game and broadcast. Join us back here tomorrow night, 8:45. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Until then, we'll see you next time on Shy Sports Live.